This program is brought to you by Dolco Media. Fixing South Sudan, ideas for the new nation. With award-winning journalist Mading Ngor.
Absolutely.
Honorable Ashwin, as you can see, the ideas of the initiatives are varied.
On July 8th, the clashes in J1 took place, which was very unfortunate.
Including country-specific ones, which
and the rebellion continue to be like young Machar.
Fixing South Sudan, ideas for the new nation.
Hello and welcome to Fixing South Sudan, your ideas for building the new nation. I am Mading Ngor. This week on Fixing South Sudan, the country gears up for high-level peace celebrations in Juba. How will the event build momentum and confidence in the recently signed revitalized agreement on the resolution of conflict in the Republic of South Sudan? And will the opposition leaders attend as planned? We break down all there is to know about the October 30th ceremony with our distinguished guest, Honorable Gwaj Makwaj Mayol, the Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning and Acting Chairman of the Organizing Committee for the Peace Celebrations, and Honorable Joseph Wukel Abango, former Minister of Education and Chairman of USAP. It's our pleasure to welcome them to Fixing South Sudan for the first time. Honorable Gwaj Makwaj, we have to start with you. How are the preparations going? What can the people expect?
Thank you, Mading, for this opportunity. And it is a pleasure and honor for me to be invited for this talk show, Fixing South Sudan.
Where are we so far?
Now, as an acting chairman of the celebration for the peace in Juba, the preparations are up to date. We have, as I'm talking, 90% of the work has been finalized, and I'm appealing to the public that on the 30th of October, you come to John Garang Mausoleum at 8 a.m. Everybody is invited. This event will be attended by heads of government and of the IGAD. There will be leaders from African Union as well as international leaders. The opposition parties which signed this peace agreement on the 12th of September this year are also invited. So the celebration process is going well, and everybody is willing to see to it that this peace celebration is well attended in Juba.
It seems like there's a lot of work to do, and you are already doing. So when you say 90% complete, what are we talking about?
I'm saying 90% because we still have about 3 days before us, and there are few things we need to fix them, especially in the venue and around the airport. There are some arrangements undergoing, but by tomorrow or next tomorrow, we will be 100% sure that all the thing is fixed.
Is it going to be a celebration?
Yes, sir.
It seems obvious to us, but what are we celebrating?
We are celebrating the peace. This peace is an important event where South Sudanese people have been yearning for it, and it has been achieved. So we are celebrating peace. And when we are celebrating peace, means that we are reconciling ourselves, we are embracing unity again.
Are we raising public expectations by celebrating a peace that has not even been implemented? What do you say about that?
What do we mean by implementation? The parties to the agreement, they are the ones coming to celebrate this peace, and they will have their own speeches whereby they will inform the public that they have accepted this peace and they are going to implement it. You might have tuned to the SSBC yesterday when Riek Machar was talking in Khartoum that he has accepted this peace, and he was saying that he's warning those who will stop this car of peace not to go ahead.
So you are already getting positive indications that this peace definitely is a real peace.
Absolutely, this peace is going to be an absolute for the Republic of South Sudan.
And Uncle Joseph Ukel, you have been an integral part of negotiations which have produced the current revitalized ARCIS, which we are now celebrating. What are your thoughts about the celebrations, and will this step solidify the peace?
First of all, let me thank you for inviting us in this occasion, this interview, Fixing South Sudan and Restoring Peace to South Sudan. I'm happy to be invited with the Deputy Chairperson of the celebration, and I would like to announce to you that as a representative of other political parties which are signatories to the peace agreement, the 5 stakeholders, signatories, begin with the Tigano, IO, Riek Machar, SAWA, composed of 8 strange groups, and former detainees and other political parties. These are the signatories to the agreement. This occasion, I would like to say to the Deputy Chairperson of celebration that other political parties strongly support this celebration. Why? If you read the agreement here, it is mentioned that the 5 signatories, they have declared that this peace agreement which they have signed, here is my name, Joe, they are ready to implement it in spirit and letter, not like the first one which is being revitalized. So, this occasion is important to tell the masses who are going to be invited that, first of all, that the participants or the signatories want to declare publicly in this occasion, in the forum of late Dr. John Garang, to tell the people that we, the signatories, are ready to implement the peace agreement in spirit and letter, as we have declared in the agreement, that we are ready to implement this one, not like the first one. We are ready to implement. It is now 1.5 months that the pre-interim period has started. And so this occasion is a good gesture for us and the public that we want to tell the public that we are going to support the peace agreement, to implement it in spirit.
We are now talking about celebration, and it is important to note that it was a long time coming, that it did not come overnight.
The celebration, as I'm saying, what are the objectives of celebration, though, is to tell the people that the parties, the 5 signatories, are here to tell the public that they are ready to implement the peace agreement in spirit and letter. Number 2, they are ready to tell the people that the cessation of hostilities, which has sometimes been reported that there are violations, we will declare in front of the people that there will be no other violations of the peace agreement. And that the metrics, the implementation metrics, is going to be implemented by the parties. And we want to declare to the public that this implementation will not be like the first one. We want to declare to them that the refugees, there is not going to be violation. The refugees will attend. This one now, most of the IDPs, refugees, will attend another big one. This is our proposal. Because as I said before, this is not the first time. When the CPA was signed, a big celebration was held in Khartoum, attended by over 5 million people. And this was with the North, with Khartoum. But for us here now, to come and meet and declare before the people that we are ready. The signatories have to say one language, and that we will implement the agreement in spirit and letter. The metrics has already started. And although there are some disappointments which I will not mention here, but the assembly has already, I was happy that they passed it without discussion, because normally the assembly is to support, and we congratulate them for passing this. So we said that the implementation has already started, and we are waiting for the other groups from our side, like Dr. Riak, and we are told that SAWA, which is composed of 8 groups, they will declare their attendance. And by the way, there are 5 armed groups, that is Tigano, IO, and SAWA. We other political parties who are attending, we are non-armed group with former detainees. And I'm told that Deng Alori is already here. So the occasion they are making, and this is my first time, I have been reading in the newspapers, but I have not been consulted by the chairman of the organization.
You are saying that the agreement will be implemented. That is the indication you are getting. It will not be like the previous agreement.
Yes.
You are alluding to the 2015 agreement, which later faced challenges.
Yes.
What is going to be different about it?
What is going to be different is that we are going to have 3 years of the interim period and go for election. So the 5 parties are coming now to declare in front of the people that we are going to implement this one, so that you commit yourself in front of the people that I'm going to do this one, not like the first one, so that you also prepare for the election.
And Honorable Gaj Makwaj, you are the Deputy Minister of Finance, and there is a direct correlation between peace and the economic recovery. So there's a lot of expectations from the people. Peace does not mean celebration. Peace actually means that people's lives will change. With peace, what are people going to get? And will the economy improve in a big way?
Stability is connected with economic progress. Now you can see our economy has regressed because of instability in the country. It is my wish that by this peace, if we implement this peace later and spirit, I'm sure we are going to fix again the economy of the Republic of South Sudan.
What do you think is going to change?
A number of things will change. One, there will be stability. When the security is there, people will be in peace and people will embark in the production. Now, you can see in Juba, majority of population is in Juba because of insecurity in the countryside. But if the peace has come, people will go back to the country because 80% of our population, they are farmers. So they will go back to their original areas, they will go and produce. And we will produce, we will not need of bringing other goods from the outside. If we produce by ourselves, then we'll be relatively independent in terms of the economy.
There is some criticism from the public about this event, that you are spending millions of pounds on celebrations instead of paying salaries. And people are saying, will we celebrate with an empty stomach? What do you say to that?
Let me announce in this forum to the public that we are paying the salaries. We started paying out the salaries since last Monday. So you get your salary and you go for celebration.
But what do you make of the investment to put millions of pounds into this celebration? Is it justified?
Yes, sir. Peace is very important. We have to show to the public that we are again reconciled, we are again uniting ourselves, and we are again embracing the unity for the people of the Republic of South Sudan. 2, we want to popularize this peace agreement. We call people like what we are going to do on the 30th, whereby the leaders who went to fight the government they are back again. So that is building of trust among the South Sudanese citizens.
So the heads of the states for IGAD countries will arrive the same day of the ceremony?
Yes, on the same day, leaders of the IGAD, leaders from African Union, leaders from the other organization, they will arrive to attend because they are invited. So we are happy that this occasion is going to be graced by these important leaders from the region and across the region.
And what is the main thing from the occasion that you would like people to know? Is it about singing? Is it about speeches? What is the understanding?
I said that the importance of this occasion, one is to inform the public that people who went for war, they are now again back to South Sudan. That means that we are reconciled again. That is important. We want to make this peace to be popular, such that it is known when the leaders come, they will be given some words, speeches to talk to the public, and they will say very clearly that this peace is going to be permanent peace. And the important thing is that this time around, the mediators who mediated this peace, including Khartoum, they are going to be guarantors for this peace implementation.
Let's take a break from here.
Thank you.
Welcome to Dolco Media Services. We have so many services for you, such as video production, camera hiring, sound system hiring, event management, passport photo, stand-up comedy, printing, drama, music, dance, multimedia, and photography. Dolco Media Services, our culture, our pride.
Welcome back to Fixing South Sudan, your ideas for the new nation. I am Madingor, and with us are Honorable Goj Makwach Mayol, the Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning and Acting Chairman of the Organizing Committee for the Peace Celebrations, and Honorable Joseph Okel Abango, former Minister of Education and Chairman of USAP. And we are talking about the celebrations on Tuesday, October 30th. And Uncle, let me start again with you. People of South Sudan are yearning for peace, whatever it takes. Peace by all means necessary. Will they get their wish?
First of all, let me say that there are two groups in this celebration. The leadership of the parties that have signed is held by Tutkal. The deputy minister is for the celebration. Yeah. So some of the things that one would have wanted to say, when you are a member of the organizing committee, the policy is not from.
I'm asking you, will the people enjoy the peace that they are yearning for?
I'm trying to say this, that what is the objective? The objective is that let us commit ourselves, the signatories, in front of the people that we are going to implement this. Number two, are the people who are coming to celebrate, although they have questions, and I said before that when it was done in Khartoum, the people had to come in big public. But these one people are saying that the IDPs, the refugees are not around. But we are addressing the public within Juba and tell them that we are ready to implement the peace in spirit and letter.
It seems like there are impediments to the peace process. And can we just start with your own concerns as USAP about the peace process?
My own concern is that this celebration is lacking, because if you see that the IDPs in UNIMIS, those who are in Uganda, were to rush to Juba and Wow, Malakal and all others, the celebration would have been meaningful. But if there are still complaints about violations and all this, that is what is lacking. That we should have done this when we have made sure that the cessation of hostilities that we have signed should have been stopped 72 hours after the signature. But if there are complaints, and we who are signatories, 5 group parties, we don't call ourselves and say, let us make the program. I have not been called. People want to react, we want to do this, but I am here. And other signatories are here. We should have said and say, what is the program? Who are going to talk? Who are going to say this? But I am saying that I am avoiding some of these controversies to say them here publicly. To announce to be the point, I would say we support.
What you want is a conducive environment for celebration.
Yes.
And you are saying that, and indeed, it seems like your point is going together with what the leader of the IO, His Excellency Dr. Riek Machar, has asked for release of all political detainees and abductees and lifting of the state of emergency. Do you think that's what it will take to have a joyous celebrations?
Yes. This thing should, I said 72 hours after we signed the cessation of hostilities, everything should have been implemented. Detainees should have been released. But sometimes you say they are released, and then later on tomorrow you hear that these people have not been released. But I'm saying that the celebration would have been good if there were no complaints about violations of cessation of hostilities, if the people had a rush. I was in Wow. People who were supposed to go back to their places, which were controlled under the control of the opposition, were being sent back to that place. No, that is wrong. The cantonment will be made and these people collect in their place. But you cannot send government forces in an area which belongs to the other group. But the most important thing, Riek and us are saying that let us, this time, talk one language. And the one language is that let us unite, let us reconcile. There are many mistakes that have happened. This is, which I cannot say here, they are in the agreement. And then national dialogue. There are reforms that are being demanded by the public that we have met. This is the time now when you make the celebration. People will say, we are celebrating here, this celebration which is done on the 30th is not complete.
Are you for or against the celebrations, regardless of the shortcomings?
I say it is a good gesture. It is a good gesture, but it is not complete, because it would have been meaningful if the people who are in the UNMISS were to rush, the people who are in Uganda, in the neighboring countries, were to rush to Yei and come back.
Is it conceivable that the whole people of South Sudan will come and celebrate in one venue?
We sign on the 12th.
It's not conceivable.
We sign on the 12th that cessation of hostility will continue. So for them now to make the celebration is an opportunity for us to say now we are celebrating, but this is not complete. We have still complained.
And Honorable Gorge Makwach, I think your intention is to bring the people of South Sudan together and they celebrate, and he has said something important, speak one language. Do you think the celebrations will divide or will bring people to speak one language of peace?
Celebration will bring the people to talk one language for peace. As we state clearly in our theme, celebrating the dawn of peace, appreciating friends, and cherishing reconciliation and unity with the people of the Republic of South Sudan. So this celebration is to bring people together. Let me assure my teacher, the leader of the party, that on our side, I am here to publicize for this celebration. The other fears, he brought them up. There is a forum where he can raise them. But now, I am here to announce to the public that preparation, the peace are done, and everybody is asked, South Sudanese and non-South Sudanese, to turn up in large numbers on the 30th of October at 8 in the morning at Dr. John's Garang Mausoleum.
And you know, when people talk of peace, people talk about peace dividends. And it seems like public opinion out there is saying, well, we have been there before. And can you say once more that the demonstration that will be projected by the leaders of the opposition will be enough to allay their fears that it's not going to be like before? Something new is going to happen. Change is coming to South Sudan.
It is now very clear that change is coming because it has never happened before. Even the other peace that was signed on 15 August 2015, RIAC did not come to South Sudan before the implementation. It came during the implementation. This time around, RIAC is coming to celebrate the peace with us, and he will go back. Then he will come after 5 months as agreed as the pre-interim period. So the coming of RIAC and the other opposition will show that confidence is already built and everybody will be urged to come and join this peace celebration in Juba.
We know with the heads of states coming, there will be heavy security and usually affects the movement of the people. What can you say about that? Are people free to move to the venue? Will they walk? Will they drive? Anything you need to tell people about preparing for the day?
Yes, for the preparation, all measures are put on the ground. People will move freely. You can drive, you can walk, but the measures will be announced 24 hours before celebration on the routes to be used by people going footing and people using cars. So there is no fear because this celebration, we need everybody to come. So the measures are put such that everybody assess the coming to the venue.
Will the October 30th event fix South Sudan?
Of course, the October 30th will refix South Sudan.
And are you fixing South Sudan or is South Sudan fixing you?
I'm fixing South Sudan.
And Uncle, will the celebration fix South Sudan?
Yes, with some, I don't call them reservation, but we expect genuine implementation. Because last time, you remember, when the first agreement was signed and the government delegation walked out and the president was being accused of having rejected and he must be accused, I came and said, Mr. President, you must sign on the 26th. And when he signed, we wrote 16 reservations. And the government members of the government delegation walked out. But this time we are saying that speak one language. Let us sit and work together. We are Southerners and we have expressed this. Many people have been saying, instead of going to Khartoum, why don't we solve our problem here? And this is the opinion of other political parties, that let us make let us implement this agreement and go for election, so that the party, the president who was elected will be removed by election, not to be removed by a coup.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah.